shirt, combed them up just before I went out, got the volumizing spray on there. And I crowbar it in. And men without beards, that's weird. Like, a man without a beard, you either can't grow one, which is, that's kind of bad news for you, or like, you're just really brave, which is great. Like, I'm not even going to bother with that survival tool. I'm just going to go out like this and just see what happens. It's crazy. It's like going into the jungle and you're trying to like chop down a tree with a butter knife or something. But be warned, and this is as manly as I'll get tonight, don't worry everyone. If you do not have a beard, I will do everything in my power to clamber over you up the man ladder so I can kick you back down. Because it's every man for himself here. The alpha males up at the top, with all their chest hair and muscles and shit, they're just looking down on us going like, what's going on down there? I'm like trying for every position. It doesn't even matter who you are. Like, you could be my best friend, my brother, my dad, a small child, oh, by the way, there are quite a lot of small children a lot further up the man ladder. And they don't even have a beard. So yeah, I will do everything I can to kind of like clamber up the man ladder over a beardless man. But that's quite hard to do as well. You kind of got to like sidle over to a beardless man and just start like stroking your beard. It looks a bit weird. I'm like hoping that one of the alpha males in the group is going to pick up on it and be like, wait a minute, Andrew's got a beard. Dave over there, no beard. What's going on there? And then they'll turn to Dave and be like, all right, Dave, where's your beard? Don't you grow one? What's going on there? Meanwhile, I'm like sneaking up to clamber up the ladder. Well, that wasn't very manly, was it? Yeah. Then Dave will come along and do something manly, like down a pint, or like throw a dartboard and like hit the dartboard. And then I have to go back down the man ladder. But there's a weird flip when it comes to manliness as well that I don't know if anyone else has noticed. So a beard is good. A beard is a survival tool. If you have a beard, you're kind of okay. You've got that to fall back on. But the most manly men, like the ones you really don't want to fuck with at all, they're the ones just with no hair. They just kind of looked at society and preening and grooming and all like manly products, hair products and all that kind of thing, and just thought, no, fuck that. Completely hairless. Right, let's go down the pub. These are the kind of guys that can say the word mate and then just make you completely shit yourself. I don't know what it is about the word mate that becomes so menacing. Like, normally it's a term of endearment. Oh, you just went out with my mates last night. No, not these men. No, they don't do that. You could have like a minor altercation in the pub. Someone bumps into you, kind of spill a bit of your drink or something, you apologise, they come over and like, oh, what's your problem? Like, oh, sorry, just, bumped into you. It's usually alright. You might like kind of shit yourself a little bit, but not a lot. Not a huge amount or anything. But similarly, that could happen. Someone comes over. What's your problem, mate? You can't even answer. You're just too busy like imagining yourself as Sylvester Stallone at the end of Rocky. When his face is all smashed in and he can't really talk anymore. That's what's going to happen to me. Although a boxing film reference, I think that's pretty manly. Can we all agree on that? Yeah. Thanks. I don't really know where this need for manliness has come from either. Like, I've got this theory that it might have something to do with growing up with a brother who was 5 years older than me and was kind of, to all intents and purposes, just like an aspiring football hooligan. Because he used to just practice it on me, like he just watched football and then kick the shit out of me. I lost count of the times I've been beaten up just for no real reason. I once told him I liked the same football team as him, and I thought, that's a pretty nice thing to say. We bonded as brothers over the football once, and I said, oh, I like that team. And I think, oh, that's a pretty nice thing to say, shared interest, all that shit. And despite the fact that there are millions of fans of this football team all around the world, the fact that I liked it just wasn't a good thing. So I spent the next half an hour like curled under really uncomfortable headlock while he tried to like muster a fart that was worthy enough of teaching me a lesson. About 25 minutes I was just pleading. I was like, oh please, fart on me. I wanted to be farted on as much of my time. Or maybe one of it. Don't really want to talk about that. And kids fighting as well, especially when one's so much stronger than the other one. Like, there's no punching, because that's not allowed. You kind of have rules as kids. Punching is not allowed. But you can wrestle, and you can do headlocks, and you can push each other over and stuff. So we were just constantly like in this kind of headlock, and I was, and I couldn't overpower him because he's so much bigger than I am. And, you know, he's 5 years older, so he's much stronger. So when we were at kind of close quarters, I only really had one way of dealing with it. And I came up with this thing of just like breathing directly in his face in the hope that it would like put him off enough for me to run away. And it seemed to work. Like, I don't know if I just had really bad dental hygiene. I'm really worried. So I don't know now whether to brush my teeth or just like, just keep it like that, just in case he reverts back to his football hooligan. But I did start to think about this in the pub, like what the altercation I mentioned earlier, what if that doesn't go well? Like, you know, what if he calls you mate and you're not able to get out of it? Then what do? You know, you've got this kind of like hairless man that's like top of the man ladder bearing down on you, and the only thing you can think to do is go. I don't think it'll work very well. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Andrew Elliott.